Hey girls, hey girls, hey, welcome back to the channel. We are here so I can show you how I did this cute little updo. It took me 15 minutes to do, but as you see when I take the scarf off, I already had my base in my hair because I did this the night before. So this is me just doing my hair the next day. However, you're just gonna put your hair up into a bun and do a little twist in the front. I do not sleep with ponytail holders in my hair because I don't want any tension or breakage. And I have no clue why this little twist wanna look like alfalfa at the side of my head. But anywho, we finna get into this do, girl. So if you are new here, my name is Kayla. I'm a lover of all things fashion, and that includes hair because the hair is part of the look, honey. So as you can see, we added a little bit of water to loosen up some product, and we're gonna add a little bit of edge control just to smooth down my hair and brush it into that ponytail style that we're going for. Once I have it brushed up, I'm going to redo the little twist that's at the top. But again, ladies, if you are trying to do ponytail looks and you are confident and comfortable enough in taking your hair down and stuff like that, I highly suggest that you take your hair down when you go to sleep. It just prevents breakage. It removes that tension that might be on your hair. I don't like sleeping with anything in my hair, a wig, anything. I just like to let my hair be. So if you can do that, then do it. But that is why my hair looks like this when I take the scarf off. And then I don't use any ponytail holders with like metal or glue or anything. They're just like all the fabric of the ponytail holder, if that makes sense. You'll see it when I put it in my hair. But we are smoothing it out so that it has a nice solid base, and don't wrap your ponytail holders too tight around your hair. You know, just a couple times to hold it, but you don't want your hair to be tight. We don't want breakage. We just want cute hair, okay? But yeah, that's what my ponytail holder looks like. It's one of those large ones that you can just kind of wrap around your hair in a couple times. And then I'm taking that twist out that I had in there, and we're just gonna retwist it just to smooth out the twist at the top of the hair. So as y'all can see, this is very easy, very simple, but the end result is so fabulous. I absolutely love doing this little updo look right here, honestly. But did I say welcome to the girls who are new? Hey girl, my name is Kay. I am a lover of all things fashion. We do hair, makeup, shoes, tutorials. And I even do some live sales for items that I find while I'm out thrifting. So welcome if that is your vibe. I hope you like the hairdo. I hope you check out some other videos and see something you like or learn something new. You just never know, okay? But welcome in, girl. Welcome in. Like, really? What is up with this little alfalfa piece? Super embarrassing, honey. Like, real embarrassing. And then look at me. I had the same thought when I was recording this. Like, what, girl? So anyway, we're still just molding the ponytail. We're still just putting it together. Make sure your edges are laid. That is important, okay? I really don't put a lot of edge control or product in the ponytail, but I do lay my edges, honey, okay? My edges are going to be laid. Hear me. The edges are going to be laid. That is just something for me. And my husband likes it too, okay? And honey, I am newly married. I ain't even made it to a year yet. So if my husband likes the edges, we're going to lay them edges down. So anyway, as you can see, I'm just really just molding the ponytail here. Again, this is the same process you will follow even if your hair wasn't already in a bun. So I'm glad I recorded it like this. Now, this little twist in the front, you can have it going to the left or the right, but make sure, again, you lay your edges down. That is nice and smooth because you will be able to see your edges after we put the braid on that we're going to add to the hair and the ponytail. Also, you can do this style without the braided piece in the front. If you just want the little bun, just add the little bun. So now we're getting to the good part. This right here is the ponytail that I used. That ponytail, maybe $20. I don't even think. And then a pack of hair, I think altogether $20, the pack of hair and the ponytail. They are synthetic. I went ahead and just braided up the hair, a nice little chunky braid, and we're going to pin that on top of our foundation twist that we have in the front of our hair, okay? So you're going to find where you want it, where it looks natural. Be mindful of your parts and everything. Take some pins, pin it into your hair. Make sure you have a nice flat base. Make sure it looks as natural as possible. You definitely want to start at that beginning braid so that that lays flat. That should be sitting right at the edge of your twist. You can do a little bang yang. You can pull the braid like you see me doing, just to give it a little fluff, just to make it a little bit bigger. Kind of, it's not a fishtail because it's a braid, but it kind of mimics that little fishtail braid vibe. We're not going to wrap it just yet. We're going to wrap it after we put the ponytail on, but we're going to go ahead and just make sure this is secured down and pinned down so that it doesn't move or fall off when you're actually out and about. So that's what that foundational twist is for, to hold the braid, okay? So now that little piece, you can pin the bottom of the twist if you want to, or you can just wait till you're putting on the ponytail. Now you're going to go ahead and put your ponytail on. Make sure that is nice and secure. This ponytail is by Sensational, and it's from their like Afro line or 4C line. I'll put a picture of it here because I don't remember what the line is. And if you shop with Charmed Up by Kay, I do sell these. So I do have some of these ponytails available, and they come in colors as well. I also will link it in my Amazon store link and my LTK if I can find it and link it there. But you will be able to find it either on Charmed Up by Kay or on Amazon. And if I can find it anywhere else, I'll link it below for you, okay? Just make sure your ponytail is on, make sure it's secure. We're gonna pin it. And because I didn't pin it a lot, because we're gonna pin it to death when we start molding our little bun, okay? So now I'm just twisting my braid around. If you want the braid to be more prominent, you're going to make the braid longer. That way it's long enough and thick enough to wrap around the actual ponytail. So maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to get that type of look if that's something you're into as well. Here, we're just going to pin the hair, and I will come back when we're ready to actually pin up the curls, okay? All right, girls, so the pony is on, okay? But we're not stopping there. You could, but for me, this is not enough. I want to give it a little bit more zhuzh. So this does take a little trial and error. You do have to play with it, and I'm not going to cut out any of me playing with it unless I just walk away from the camera. So you can see I don't just get this stuff my first time either. I do have to play with it. I do have to fix the curls. I believe you even see me take some out and just reposition it. It does take trial and error, okay? So play with it. It doesn't have to be perfect either because it's curls, okay? But I just place it where I want and what looks good with the braid. That's why we add the braid first, because I feel like if you added the braid afterwards, then you would have to readjust the ponytail. And let's not work backwards. Let's work forwards. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we added the braid first, so everything could just fit and flow the way it needs to. I'm starting to find my position in here, and we're just pinning it in. And you're going to do that all the way around the head, okay? Remember, don't have it to where it's poking you in your head or feels like it's pulling your hair. This is a hairstyle, but you do not have to cause damage to your hair for the hairstyle, okay? So just make sure you're comfortable, but make sure everything flows nicely and everything is secure. A good tip for when pinning big sections like this is you want to kind of twist the end. Hopefully I show it right here, but you want to kind of twist the end where you're going to put your pin at, so it makes it a little bit smaller. And that way you can use less pins instead of having to pin a huge section. I hope that's making sense. I really hope I show it in this next piece. I can't remember if I do or not, but you legit just want to like pinch or twist where you're going to put the pin, because it will cause the section where you're going to actually slide the pin to be smaller. And then this way you don't have to pin a lot. Also, if you get the right pins, I don't know what the name is of the pins that already have space. Those are built for bigger sections. I don't have those. I have the ones that are pinned like close together. So you see me like kind of separating them a little bit. Use what you got, girl. Don't go and buy nothing extra, period. Do not go and buy nothing extra, okay? Use the pins you got, for real. Okay, so you see here, I didn't twist it. This one I pinched. You can see my 2 fingers where the pin is. Like I'm holding it with 2 fingers because I'm pinching really tightly so that the pin will clasp all of the hair. I know that wasn't the best example, but that is what I'm doing to pin it in, okay? Sorry to be a dead horse, but I just wanted to be clear. What you see me doing now is just looking through my mirror to see, does the back look the way I want it to? So that's a little tricky. If you have a little hand mirror, you can turn around and face the mirror. It will show you what you're seeing in the mirror, so you can see the back of your hair. So that's how I saw that I had those curls hanging in the back. And so now we're just going to pin to perfect the style. We have our base. I don't like adding a lot of pins until I'm like, okay, this is basically what I want. I just need to perfect a few pieces, so that way we can save on time and we're not taking out a million pins. So now I'm just perfecting like some of the pieces in the back that I saw that I don't like the placement of. Y'all, this style is super easy, great for date night, which is what I wore it for. And then after I did it for date night, I was like, oh my God, I just really like this and I want to wear it for a few days this week. And so it ended up being my hairstyle for the week. So yeah, girls, this is pretty much it. I'm just finishing it off. In a few, you're going to see the final look and you'll see me do some final touches in my hair as well. If you made it this far, drop some emojis in the comments for me to let me know that you like this hairstyle. Oh, and you see that I tucked some hair. Where you have your pins, because we twist and pinched, you can tuck some pieces if you need to do that as well. So yeah, y'all, this is the final product. I love this little updo. It was super cute for date night. And in the next clip, you're going to see me put the outfit together. And then you'll see a little bit about the restaurant that me and hubby went to for date night. So here's the dress that I wore for date night, but I didn't wear it as a dress. I wore it as a skirt, and I'm going to show you how you can transform some of your dresses into skirts. Now, the first important thing to note here is that the dress is oversized. I'm about an 8'10". I bought this dress as a size 12, and that gave me the room that I needed to be able to fold it, pin it, and make it fit to my body the way I wanted it to fit. Good rule of thumb is if you can find something a little bit bigger, it doesn't have to be extremely big, but just a little bit bigger than what your actual size is. It gives you room to manipulate your clothes and rewear them and wear them different ways. I just love the bottom of this dress, but I knew I didn't want to wear it as a full dress. So I already had the idea to repurpose the skirt. Some brooch pins, I turn things into brooches with those pins, but they're also very durable to pin your clothes together. So once you find where you want your pin to sit, you're just going to take your pin and you're going to pin it on the inside of your clothing. You're not going to pin from the outside because you don't want the pin to show, okay? Make sure you pin from the inside of your clothing so that the back of the pin sits against the skin, and that way it is hidden behind your clothes and your accessories and is just invisible to keep your clothes together. Now that I have the skirt pinned up, I wanted to play with it a little bit more to give it a little bit more layers. I love to show some skin. I love to show some thigh. I love to just cover up, but let the people have it. Okay, so I decided to pull up the skirt, and again, we're pinning from the inside. All right, make sure you pin it. Now, the first night I wore this, I didn't pin it. I just kind of stuck it under my belt. That worked as well. But say you don't have a belt or something thick to put on like I do for this outfit, pin the skirt, girl, okay? And pin from the inside, pin from the back. So for this look, I wanted to go for neutrals with a pop of color and a pop of print. So I chose a t-shirt that kind of had like a neutral print. It has the hand with the cash. I'll have that pinned below, and then my belt I will have pinned below as well, but that's just to help give this outfit some shape, snatching that waist with that kind of like balloon skirt that I have going on to help give it, you know, just some shape. Now we're getting down to the finishing touches. This is where my pop of color is coming in with this like burgundy, reddish. It's really more of a red with a hint of burgundy leather coat. This is actually going to be available on the website. And now we're adding my bracelets. Y'all, I don't go anywhere without my Miss Ritter bracelet. It's kind of like my wedding band because your girl will lose a wedding ring, okay? Trust me, we know for a fact. I don't go anywhere without my David Yurmans if I'm trying to be a little bougie. And then the zebra print in my shoes and my bags are my pop-up print. I added some earrings with a little rose and that cute little clover necklace. And I headed on out to Leo's with my hubby, honey. And Leo's is out in North Hills, Raleigh. And the food was super, super delicious. We really enjoyed it. For appetizers, we got artichoke and spinach dip, the meatball with the marinara, and grilled shrimp. The appetizers were really delicious, as well as the wine. We kind of just went in and asked the waiter, what do you recommend? What our preference was for red or white wine. And she gave really good recommendations. It was really good. Our entrees, I ended up getting the baked salmon with potatoes and capers. Super delicious, nice and lightweight as well. It wasn't like a heavy meal. And hubby got a steak with fantastic garlic butter. And the potatoes were fried to perfection as well. The butter cake is something that I grew up on, and I love butter cake. We usually get it from another restaurant, but once we saw that Leo's had it, we definitely were determined to try it. So we made it a thing to leave enough room for dessert tonight. And the gelato was creamy. It was good. The strawberries were nice and sweet, and the cake was gooey, but it was like cakey too. It wasn't too gooey. I've had butter cake that's like, is this raw or am I eating actual cake? But anyway, that is the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next Saturday for the next vlog.